Good evening. Thank you for coming to our open house. Whether you are on campus or virtual, we're glad you're here. This year we had to get creative with open house, so we hope you enjoy what we have prepared. In order to keep our teachers safe, they will not be on campus tonight. Instead, you will get to hear from them virtually. After the classroom presentations, you will have an opportunity to tour the campus or visit a live session with athletics, academic guidance, financial aid, and fine arts. So join me. Let's get started.
The mission of Pusch Ridge Christian Academy is to teach our students to become like Christ through a classical Christian education within a covenantal community. You know, I really want my students to love to learn. I want them to be lifelong learners. I also really care about their hearts. So at Pusch Ridge Christian Academy, we are invested in working with the parents to make sure that the kids' hearts and minds are being educated.
Started school at Pusch Ridge, very nervous, apprehensive, had a great time getting there, getting to know people, but kind of struggled at first. And the first point that I realized it was such an amazing place was when he was in a classroom with a core teacher who immediately sought out he was struggling during a test one day. She came over to him, knelt down, said exactly what he needed to hear at that moment. She told him, "I am proud of you, you are strong, you are able, you can do this, and I just want to take a few minutes and pray with you."
My favorite subject is science because the teacher is so much fun and she's so compassionate and she has such a bubbly personality. It makes the class so much more fun to be in, where you're not constantly writing or constantly being lectured on the subject. It's really hands-on, and that's something I love.
We have a program called Expeditionary Learning where students are put in charge of creating and then going on expeditions. Kids are learning teamwork. We've got seniors in charge of juniors, in charge of freshmen, all the way down to sixth graders, going on a 16-mile hike for the first time where they're living out of their backpacks and learning how to survive and work with one another to accomplish their goals, which is great.
It's not just talk for a teacher or a staff member to say that they honor a child's unique God-given talents and abilities. They demonstrate it every single day, and I've watched my kids grow in poise and confidence through the recitations that they do, and having seen what other schools have to offer, I know that I made the right decision to put my kids in this school.
And the teachers are directly engaged, and so they're learning not just what's in the text and how they can pass an exam, they're learning meaningful, applicable things for life. It's just a full community of like-minded and caring teachers and staff and parents across the board. It's quite impressive and it's extraordinary from my point of view.
Christ plays in 10,000 places, and Christ is playing in 10,000 places here at our school, and it's just beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see in the teachers, the way they love Christ, the way they love one another, but especially how they love the students and the parents.
Michael Pastor. I am the pre-algebra and one of the course 2 teachers here at Push Ridge Christian Academy. Wish I could see you in person, but unfortunately, because of our situation, we're doing recordings, so we'll make the best of it. And I want to begin by just sharing that being a teacher for many, many years, I now have the opportunity to come to a school where not only can I teach math and instill the love of learning in my students, but I can share Christ and help model Christ and help kids in their walk with Christ.
Hi, welcome, sorta, virtually. I'm Mrs. Hart. I teach one section of 7th grade humanities, one section of 8th grade humanities, and I'm the humanities department chair. So come on in, welcome. I'm really glad you're here. Let me tell you a little bit about why I'm here. I've taught for 20 years, everywhere between 3-4-year-olds all the way up to college age kids. And I choose to be with middle schoolers. And why would that be? Oh, middle school's so exciting. I feel passionately and deeply about equipping children to be creative and thoughtful caretakers of God's creative world, to navigate this broken world and to live virtuously, and to learn how to boldly love God and others in the process. And in humanities, we get to do this through grammar, art, poetry, music, philosophy, history, rich literature. And all of this equips us to glorify God and to fulfill the creation mandate.
Hello, parents. Welcome. Mrs. Bose here. So these are things that we're going to be studying. So 7th grade is a lot of anatomy, physiology, cell division, heredity, and marine biology. And God willing, we'll get a chance to go to Catalina Island because that's a big part of just bringing it all together. And so part of that biology, marine biology unit, they will do some dissections. So we're going to go ahead and do a starfish dissection, a clam dissection, a fish dissection. So those are going to be coming up here pretty soon. And 6th graders, they, as soon as next week, we are studying the scientific method, and they're going to be looking at roly-polies. So I will try and make sure none of the roly-polies get home in their pockets, but I can't guarantee that. So just look forward to that.
Hi, my name is Mita Mason. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce myself and just let you know what we'll be doing in Bible this year. I have a heart, most importantly, for teaching the Word to your kids. That's the only thing that has gotten me through the last 6 years. I've seen that when God chooses to demonstrate His power, incredible things happen. And when He doesn't show His power, He will always demonstrate His provision. I've seen that with our family time and time again, and that's what I want to share with your kids. A relationship with Jesus Christ is the only thing that's going to see them through.
Hey there, my name is Mike D'Alto, and I am a high school Bible teacher here at Push Ridge. Really, the heart behind why I am at Push Ridge is really our mission statement. I firmly believe, and I'm passionately in love with the idea that we are here to make disciples, that we're here to teach students to become like Christ. And that's something I take very seriously, especially as a Bible teacher as well. And so in my class, your students will not leave without hearing the gospel, without hearing the truth of who Jesus is, how much He loves them, how much He cares for them, how broken we are without Him, and how much we desperately need Him. They'll not leave without hearing that God loves them and cares for them deeply, and that their teachers, including myself, love them and are here for them as well.
Hello, my name is Tom Grady, and I'm a history teacher here at Push Ridge Christian Academy. This is my 4th year teaching at Push Ridge, a place that I'm absolutely still excited to be. It's a marvel to be here, to work among faculty, administration, and staff that love their families and their students so well. A place so deeply steeped in God's grace. It is a true joy to work here. I love working here every day. I want to talk with you about the class that I teach, Western Civ 2. I have 2 sections, the standard section and the honors section. And we evaluate certain questions pretty repetitively while we are marching through the timeline of human history from the Renaissance up until the 20th century. Certainly our goal within Western Civ 2 is to be able to provide students the opportunity to address the question or address the idea that if they know history, they know themselves better. We do ask the question, who are they? And it's important for them to understand that it's not a question that should be answered from the last 5 years of who they are, though that's representative of the culture that they live in, or of the generation that they are, because they are a product of their parents, and certainly the parental upbringing is a critically important one. But really, we could think of this in terms of a 21st century question, which was influenced by the 20th century, which was influenced by the 19th century, and so on. It's difficult to answer the question, who am I, and then think of the Renaissance. But the more we add to that story, the more we add to the questions that people ask, the technologies that get invented, the challenges that get lofted regarding whether or not I am worth something, or whether or not I have value to a system politic or a system economic. The more we learn about that and the decisions that happen because of it and the outcomes that happen because of it, the better we'll know ourselves as a culture.
My name's Caleb, and I'm hoping to let you know kind of how things go in our classroom so you can understand why I teach here at Push. First off, I was born at UMC, and so in my entire life I've apparently made it about a mile. But I didn't come here to tell you that. I came to explain why it is that I teach here at Push Ridge. And we've got a lot of reasons, but I'm going to go over a few of them. First off, they let me do science here. I have my undergrad degree was in molecular and cellular biology, but it took me 5 years because I took almost every one of the ologies that were offered at the U of A. And it's just because I want to understand everything, and science is a great tool for making that happen. If your student is in physics, then we've gotten to talk about what science really is and what it means, philosophically speaking. You should ask them about it. But also, I love the parents here at Push. Yes, we've got Lions Den, so you've got instant feedback. What's my grade? What grade is my kid getting? Well, you know. Stuff like this, staff dedication night, which is a little bit weird this year. Come in and observe. Anytime you've got questions about what goes on in the classroom, just schedule it with me. Oh my gosh, come on down. It'll be great. We do the freshman boys campfire. Oh man, there's so many things that we've given up because of COVID. But there's such a strong sense of community here at Push, and it is palpable and lovely. And we'll be finding ways to make that vital and vibrant. The facilities, we've got an amazing school. Not just the lab equipment that I've got, but also the responsiveness. If I need something, I've got it within days. The view doesn't suck. You may have noticed if you've been on campus at all. It's just spectacular, and for a long time I've kind of been in love with the Catalina Mountains. Plus, they let me do expeditionary learning, and oh my gosh, if I can teach kids to love the universe while they're scuba diving in Mexico and we're looking through telescopes and we are writing about it and we're reading meaningful literature, that's the way learning should be done. And really, the last reason, probably the most important reason, is because here at Push, they don't fire me for talking about Jesus, and it might come out no matter where I am. And I love it. And that's part of the covenant. And so I love this place. I'm glad to be here.
Hi, my name is Lori Seifert, and I'm one of the high school math teachers here at Push Ridge Christian Academy. In our department, we love the quote by Galileo that says that mathematics is the language through which God has written the universe. And it's our desire that while we're trying to teach our students how to use math in everyday life and apply it to different applications, we also want them to see the beauty and the wonder of this as a language in which God has actually used to create everything in his world. And so we try to instill that love into our students and maybe show them a different side of mathematics than they maybe have been used to in the past. I just love this school. I love teaching math. My degree's in mathematics, and I have my master's in Christian education, and this is a place where I get to bring both of those things together and just share with the students the beauty of it all and how God has used this language in so many different applications in our world.
We hope to see you soon.
Goodbye.